Hello and welcome back to Year 9 Chemistry. It's great to have you here. This is Week 10, Session 2, Measuring pH and Designing a Fair Test. Chemistry isn't only about facts, it's about evidence, and evidence is only as good as the experiment behind it. Today you'll learn to design a fair test like a real scientist, controlling variables, taking reliable measurements, and drawing honest conclusions. These are skills that will serve you in every science exam. Let's begin. 4 goals today. First, design a fair comparison of solution pH. Second, identify the independent, dependent, and control variables. Third, record results with units and an awareness of uncertainty. And fourth, evaluate your data for reliability, accuracy, and safety. Let's think like investigators. Every good experiment starts with a testable question. Here's ours. How does dilution affect the pH of an acidic solution? Now the 3 kinds of variable. The independent variable is the one we deliberately change. Here, the dilution. The dependent variable is the one we measure. Here, the pH. And the control variables are everything we keep the same. The acid identity, the total volume, the temperature, the probe calibration, the mixing time. A fair test changes just one thing and controls all the rest. That's what makes the result trustworthy. A safety note first, because it matters. Never perform unsupervised experiments with laboratory acids, alkalis, or cleaning products. For a safe course task, use a teacher-provided dataset or a supervised test with food-safe substances. And the 2 golden rules, again, never taste your samples and never mix cleaners. Good scientists are careful scientists. Now, reliable measurement with a pH probe. 6 steps. 1. Calibrate it, following the instructions. 2. Rinse it with distilled water between samples. 3. Blot the bulb gently. Never wipe it. 4. Wait for the reading to settle. 5. Take repeats. And 6. Calculate a mean if the readings agree. Why calibrate? Because calibration is what makes your readings accurate, matching the true value. Why repeat? Because repeats are what make your results reliable. 2 different words, 2 different jobs. Let's calculate a mean together. Suppose your 3 readings are 3.2, 3.3, and 3.2. Add them. That's 9.7. Divide by 3. 3.23. Now, round to match the instrument's precision, so we report 3.2. And a warning I want you to remember. If one reading looks strange, an anomaly, do not simply delete it. Repeat the measurement and report honestly what you did. Real science doesn't hide the awkward data. Now let's read some real data. A student dilutes an acid and records pH 2.1, then 2.8, then 3.5, then 4.1 as more water is added. What does the pattern show? That dilution reduces the hydrogen ion concentration and raises the pH. But here's the careful part. It does not prove the liquid becomes alkaline. It's rising towards 7, but it may still be acidic. A good scientist claims exactly what the data supports and not one word more. Finally, evaluate your evidence with 4 questions. Reliability. Do your repeats agree? Accuracy. Is the reading close to the true value and did you calibrate? Resolution. What's the smallest change your instrument can show? And anomaly. Does one result break the pattern? Answer these 4 honestly, and you've evaluated your experiment like a professional. Let's check your understanding. Question 1. When testing how dilution affects pH, what is the dependent variable? Pause and answer. The measured pH, the outcome we measure. Question 2. Why should a pH probe be calibrated? To improve accuracy, so readings match the reference values. Here's your recap. A strong investigation controls its variables, uses calibrated equipment, repeats measurements, and evaluates the evidence honestly. And conclusions must match the data, never claiming more than the method supports. You've learned to think like a real scientist today, and that's a powerful skill. Now let's sharpen it. Visit bridge2exam.com to practice these inquiry questions with instant feedback and take the final exam when you're ready. Careful practice makes a careful scientist. See you next session for neutralization.